What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. And today we have the May 2024 Orange County John Wayne Santa Ana International Airport update for you all. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video, as today we have a very exciting Orange County update in store with various aircraft changes, so many various route changes, and so much to dive into in today's airport update. Again, I really hope each and every one of you are excited for this. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Changing it up here, as we'll start down here with the Southwest Airlines aircraft. So beginning right here with the Southwest 737-700. This aircraft's currently coming in from Austin, and now it's going to be heading out to San Jose del Cabo. Our first new model of today's airport update will be the Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Nevada 1 livery by GeminiJets. They overall did a really solid job on this model. This aircraft's going to be coming in today from Dallas Love Field, and now it's going to be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. So definitely super glad to have another Southwest state livery here in my fleet. Love to see that. Then we have the Southwest 737-700. This aircraft is currently coming in from Sacramento, and now it's going to be heading out to Puerto Vallarta today. So very cool to see the Mexico routes going well, along with all of our California routes. Here, though, we have Colorado 1 on the 737-700. Hope to get to use this as many times as possible before they repaint it onto an 800. This aircraft's now coming in from Nashville, and is going to be heading out to Houston Hobby today. So cool to get some of those longer offerings in here for today's update. Next aircraft will be this Allegiant Air Airbus E318 with defense tips. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop service today, coming in from Provo, Utah, and now is going to be making a non-stop flight today as it heads out to Missoula. So super cool to see those routes going super strong, and glad Allegiant has a very nice presence there with their Provo service and their twice weekly services to a healthy amount of airports. Same song, second verse for Spirit. However, they have daily flights to their two destinations. This aircraft's coming in from Las Vegas, and now it's going to be heading out to Oakland. So super cool to see their variation and what they've been doing here. I think they've been really successful in Vegas, and it appears that Oakland's also going pretty strong. So definitely love to see that. Another airline that's been going super strong here at Orange County is Frontier, and here's their Airbus E320neo, Poppy the Prairie Dog for this particular detail. This aircraft's currently making a non-stop flight today, coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, and now it's going to be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. Super excited to announce that Frontier on July 11th will add service to San Francisco, California, as that'll be going on a multi-weekly service. So that should be a really good one. I think there'll be quite a healthy offering here for Frontier, and I'm really excited to see how they utilize that service. So that should be really fun, and looking super forward to that. So that will be really cool to say the least right there. Our next aircraft is going to be this Alaska ERJ-175. This is going to be operating for Horizon today. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop flight today, coming in from Santa Rosa, and now it's going to be heading up to Seattle Everett. I'm not sure what happened between the last time I filmed updates and now, but I don't see any service to Tucson or Portland, or sorry, it's not Portland, Tucson or Bozeman. So hopefully those services will make a return at some point, but yeah, they definitely had a nice little run there. So I would love to see them back, as they're very unique, especially Bozeman. I think that one will perform quite well if it does return, but I'll have to take a look at data and see what happened. But nevertheless, that's currently the situation that we have on hand for those flights. So pretty interesting sequence of events right there. Our next aircraft is going to be another beautiful NG model. This is going to be the Alaska Airlines 737-800 in the Salmon Peak livery. This aircraft is getting fueled up and ready to go for its service today out to Seattle Tacoma International after coming in from Portland. So glad to see the main line here for Alaska going well. They're flying a healthy amount of 737 MAX 8s. Obviously, there's not a model out of those yet, so we are using the beautiful 800 as it still flies multiple times a day from both destinations. Our next aircraft is going to be this Alaska ERJ-175. This aircraft is going to be operating for SkyWest today, making its service today in from San Francisco, California. It will now head out to, we didn't use, I think those, we have already used all of our cities. So we'll just say a San Francisco turnaround. Keep it pretty congruent, so we definitely love to see that, and overall looking very good for that particular aircraft. So in between here, we'll go ahead and take a look at some other aircraft on the other side of the airport, give us a little intermission. Here's the UPS Boeing 757-200. This is coming in from Sacramento's NHR Airport, and now will be heading on to its service today over to Louisville. So certainly love to see the progression there. And a FedEx Airbus E300 freighter coming in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be making a pretty long haul over to Memphis. So looking forward to seeing how that goes. Over here, we have a JSX ERJ-145. This aircraft is currently coming in from Reno, and now it's going to be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. Super excited for the brand new service to Monterey, California that will begin in June. So we'll be excited to cover that here in the next update. So very cool to see JSX going really strong right there. Here we have two private jets, or rather one private jet and one Cessna. there's the Learjet. This time it's a 75. This aircraft's currently coming in from Sacramento, California, and now we'll be heading over to Lakeland, Florida, with a stop in Austin, Texas. We have a Cessna 172, and of course it's going to be making a local flight around the area. However, it's going to head over to, I'm not sure what the airport is, but I think over there in Santa Monica they have a really short runway somewhere, so I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about, but we'll send it over to that airport because I think that's a really cool approach. So cool to get to feature that right there. Taxiing in, we have this American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This aircraft's actually coming in from Austin Bertram today, which is super cool to see. And now it's going to be getting ready for its flight out to Dallas-Fort Worth International. Austin this month on the 737, and then I believe it reverts to a 318 for the rest of the summer, but still really cool to see that they got a 737 in here. And quite rightfully so, because plenty of demand on that service. So glad to see it going well, and definitely glad to feature it here in today's update. And another American Airlines aircraft that just landed that I'll be looking for a gate shortly is this Airbus A321 from New York John F. Kennedy. This is the T variant, so super glad to see this aircraft also making its rounds here at Orange County, and this has been a very successful service now, about 3 years old, so this has been really great, and I've been super glad to feature it here on the channel. So let me go ahead and move the table so we can get some better light on the gates down there, and then we'll take a look at the second half of the airport. Alrighty everybody, welcome to the second half of the gates. Let's go ahead and just dive on in and see what we have going right here. At this gate, I believe it's gate 11, I might be wrong. Let me get this phone out of macro mode because we don't love to see that. There we go. We have this United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. United's been operating quite a variety of aircraft around at Orange County. They've been sending the MAX 8, 800, 737, 700, A319, A320, so they're really interchangeable for the most part. I think the MAX is currently flying to 3 destinations, but for this particular airport update, we'll say this aircraft's coming in from Denver, and now we'll be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Those have been the primary two, so certainly glad to see that right there. Our next gate will feature United Airlines 737-800. There will be a couple of duplicate routes, and normally I haven't put a 4th United aircraft in here in a while, but to really show the uptick of frequencies, I thought it would be applicable here. So here's this 800 in the Continental Globe livery today. This aircraft's coming in from Houston George Bush, and now it's going to be heading over to, let's send him over to San Francisco. That's a pretty cool one, so definitely glad to see that right there. And our next aircraft's a 737-700, making its regular appearance in from Newark today. And why don't we send them on to Houston as well, getting a little change up there in the destination. So definitely loving to see that. It looks really nice. And then here's this United Airbus E319. This aircraft's coming in from San Francisco, and now this aircraft's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. So plenty of flights. I think United's flying in here like 25, 30 times a day, so it's definitely a healthy number. And there are a couple of regional jets from San Francisco too, but mainly these mainline aircraft making their rounds across the United States. So definitely super glad to feature this here today. Looking very nice. Another new model, and a very beautiful one at this. This is the American Airlines Airbus A321 in the Piedmont livery. Honestly, they did a really good job. I'm just kind of looking at it here, and I really can't complain much at all with it. I mean, obviously got some nose cone deduction there, but excluding that, I mean, it is exceptionally nice. The engines look really good. The aerials are solid. So honestly, really good effort, and this will certainly hold me over until if NG does get to it at some point. But honestly, I would not be opposed to having this as the new aircraft. So kind of glad that I wasn't able to get to the Aero Classics in time, because honestly this worked out really well. And we still have America West to go, and then we'll have all 4 of them. So plus the US Airways, which who knows, maybe Gemini will do it. I would love to see that. Anyway, enough ramble. Just wanted to highlight the beautiful new aircraft. Piedmont today is going to be coming in from, I believe, Phoenix Sky Harbor, which is correct, and he will be heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth now. So certainly super glad to see American with their uptick on aircraft. Definitely cool to see 321 operating to both those destinations. On I think Dallas a little bit more limited, but we are seeing quite a few flights over to Phoenix, so that's really cool, and I'm stoked to see what's to come. But just really wanted to highlight Piedmont here. In fact, so much so, let's just go ahead and no macro mode. This is not the time for bozo moves. We're trying to get a close-up here of this beautiful aircraft. Really nice, came out in Massive Unboxing 47, so feel free to check that out if you're interested in the full assessment, and we'll have more of them coming in the near future. So look out for PSA and coming updates. Here's this American Airlines 737 MAX 8. This aircraft currently coming in from Miami, Florida, and now it's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. So super glad to see Miami boosted up from the 737-800 to the MAX 8. Much more efficient, especially for the short runway here. So I'm glad they finally got this done. It's a red eye going back, and on the inbound flight, it is a later day flight. So glad to see this, and looking great. And meanwhile, Chicago is currently continuing to thrive on its current services. So glad to see O'Hare. It's an awesome airport, plenty of connecting opportunities there. I think it's 3 daily. And then United, obviously, with their competition. So who knows? I think Frontier might add that soon. We'll see. That would be a good one for them. And then here we have this American Airlines Airbus A321neo. This is going to be doing exactly what the Miami flight was doing there on the MAX 8. He's coming in on a later day service from Charlotte Dulles International, and now he's going to be heading out to Charlotte on the red eye. So glad to see Charlotte. That's been a really cool addition. I think they've been very successful on that over the last year. So stoked for more of that, and it's going to be really cool to see how they progress. So overall, looking great for that particular offering. And to break it up a little bit, which I think has been pretty nice for different. Here's an Air Canada 737 MAX 8 out to Vancouver today. Would love to see them add Toronto in the future, but I think Vancouver's been a really solid link on a daily basis for them, so we absolutely love to see that. And here's another Southwest 737-700. This aircraft is currently making a flight in today from San Jose, California, and now it's going to be making a flight today out to Oakland, so very nice to see the California cities going strong. Taxing in, we have a Delta Airlines Airbus A220-300. These are predominantly coming in from Minneapolis, so that's where he's going to be arriving from. I think there's been just a handful in Salt Lake City, but mainly that Minneapolis daily service is where we're getting the A220-300 from right now. So that's what you see right there. Proceeding into the rest of the Delta aircraft, here's the Delta Airlines A220-100. These have been predominantly coming in from Salt Lake City and Seattle, so that's exactly what he's doing here. He's coming in from Salt Lake City and now heading out to Seattle, so glad to see this particular aircraft doing really well in the circumstances, and overall it is a beautiful model, so definitely glad to feature it here today. Here's a beautiful Delta Airlines 757-200. This is a Gen 1 example here. This aircraft is currently making a flight today coming in from Detroit, which currently is 4 to 5 times a week, depending on the week of May. So definitely glad to get to feature this here today. It's looking quite nice. And overall, I think it's a beautiful aircraft. So glad to not only have just one of these, but two of them. Here's the Delta Airlines 757-200. This is going to be another Gen 1, this time by NG Models. This aircraft is coming in from Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International. Glad to see Atlanta on a thrice daily service, so they are definitely not wasting any time with that flight. And overall, it's looking very good for that particular aircraft, so that's really cool to feature here. Okay, Breeze has some very exciting changes this month, so let's go ahead and talk about those. This Breeze Airways Airbus A220-300 is currently coming in from Columbus, and now it's going to be heading out to Tampa. So both of those has resumed as seasonal, or one of which has resumed, one is new, for the seasonal services. So Columbus is the only route that made it out of the trio that we got last year, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh, I think it was. So we had those three. I think they moved some of those over to LAX. So now we have the service to Columbus, which is resumed here, so glad to see Columbus did really well, obviously, to get a resumption this summer, so that's great. Meanwhile, Tampa is a brand new flight, so that'll be really great. We also have the service to Orlando going strong, and then of course we have Grand Junction, Ogden, Utah, and Provo. So been interesting here for Breeze at Orange County. I'll be eager to see what they do next, but certainly going in the right direction right there, I'd argue. So glad to see those services resuming this month. And then there's my camera getting fixed. We have a WestJet Boeing 737-700. This aircraft is currently coming in from Calgary today, and now it's heading out to Vancouver. Vancouver is, I think both are about 4 to 5 times a week, but there's going to be plenty of frequency this summer if you're looking to go to Canada. So certainly glad to see this, and who knows, maybe we'll get some more service to Mexico to complement the Southwest Airlines flights. So that should be absolutely awesome right there. And again, looking super forward to that. So yeah, Orange County's looking really great here. Was super excited to set it up and see all the exciting changes and also get some new models in here. I'm looking very forward to June and July's updates, as we'll have plenty of exciting movements there for those updates. So definitely stay on the lookout for those, along with the rest of the summer into the fall. Orange County by far has been one of the busiest airports on my channel, so it's nice to have just a little slowdown. It's not like we don't have much going on. I mean, we got new routes starting everywhere, as JSX will be starting their service there, and then I think, was there one more? Obviously, Breeze just started Tampa, so that's super exciting. So congratulations to Breeze on the very exciting new route. I'm super excited for them, and I hope that route goes really well. And then we'll figure out what's going on with Alaska. And then Frontier, of course. Yes, Frontier starts their service to San Francisco, which is really great. But let's talk about this Breeze route a little bit more. I definitely need to highlight how awesome it is to now have 2 services to Florida, as of course last summer Breeze started their Orlando service, which was very successful, and now they're going to be starting their Tampa service. So I think both these are going to go along really well together. I believe Tampa is Monday and Fridays, so it's going to be really exciting to see how it goes. It starts May 31st, and we'll run all the way through the summer, and we'll see how it does. Maybe they'll even add an extension to it. We'll have to see. But I believe the aircraft comes in from Tampa, actually. It comes all the way across, and then goes all the way back, so pretty impressive. Takes probably the whole day to get that done, I bet. So again, it's super great to have it here in today's airport update. Super excited for Breeze, super excited for all the airlines, and it appears that we have a bunch going on here with WestJet, Air Canada, Breeze, Delta, American United, Alaska, Frontier, Spirit, Allegiant, Southwest, And I didn't even miss a single airline, excluding JSX, but obviously kind of a different operation there. So super happy about this, and I hope each and every one of you are glad to see it today. We have a bunch of exciting movements coming up, and I really hope each and every one of you are looking forward to them. So yeah, with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.